not begin. Another challenger. Shadows, rise and fight. Grasp your mortality tightly. Another challenger.
When I'm ready, I'm not asking.
Both of which is so volatile. Grasp your mortality tightly. Such wildly delightful desperation. Another round will commence as soon as I have more comments.
Did you really think this would work?
Sir, please, we want to help you. Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you is as easy as flicking a test.
No, shut up! You're right.
How boring and small. You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. Order, order. I will burn to the ground. Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir something.
You are not itself.
What's this? A real challenge. You finally caught my attention.
What's the point? Obliteration!
The others found strength in their projections. They became reliant on it. Not so foolish.
I'm not holding you back.
You are nothing. Fury of the cosmos.
Like, really interesting enough to warrant all this pain.
Why run? What's the point? Obliteration! Pointless!
You yet see the futility of your efforts.
Kneel.
Why run? What's the point? Creation itself! You are nothing!
The edge of death, my heart races. I am alive.
Everlasting fire! I may not remember.
Father, no!
Putrefy, rot, spoil, and fester.
Exile, do something!
Finishing anything, the dog had to hunt.
Guardian struck true! Dreadfully done. Ugh! Good help is so hard.
realm.
Your absurd defiance ends here, hatchling. Annihilation. The fires of a thousand suns. You of the strength, hatchling.
Let me leave, but I am not alone.
How pathetic. Incineration. Annihilation. Disintegration. Cleansing. The fires of a thousand suns.
The prize piece comes to join. Stand still.
Pain will be returned tenfold. Space, the lives. The house
I see you, little mouse. You don't belong here. Run along. Turn back, trespasser. Cease this madness. I smell fresh meat. You tamper with things you do not understand.
For honor! Kneel!
Your recklessness will not go unpunished. This is your final warning. You force my hand again, little mouse. So be it. You've chosen to side with chaos. This is my world, and you shall obey my order. Ultimate chaos. Insubstantial.
But not for long. We need to get back.
Behold the face of your unmaking!
Father, it's me. Let me help you.
The horror must be stopped. Obstacles destroyed!
I'm not hauling you back to town. He's injured, but not for long. We need to get back.
These memories are mine. I cannot lose them.
They lied to you, Father. I'm your true memory.
To save the future, the past must be sacrificed.
Failure.
I'm not hauling you back.
Ambivalence.
Embraced by destiny. irrelevant!
Secrets are you hiding in that murderous mind of yours? Valdo had some ingenious designs hidden in his memories. Observe! Great class, Do you remember dying here? You will. What are you?
Defeat it for me!
In this, the realm of the past, I am king, and you will bow. Is my own creation. Plenty more where that came from.
Defeat it for me!
Face your destruction. No! Impossible! How? This isn't over. This will never be over. I will unify humanity.
Hello, this is Squeeze, and I am showing off my Lightning Tendrils of Eccentricity build. This build here utilizes a bunch of different mechanics to make the most out of Lightning Tendrils' stronger pulse effect. In order to do that, we are running Coiling Whisper to gain Soul Eater from the Bladefall of Charthus, Temp Chains, Hex Touch interaction. We're also anointing Window of Opportunity just for the extra reduced duration, and also using a Dusk Ring. We're also taking advantage of Elementalist's new buffed Golem passives. Here, here, and then I have some Ancestral Primordial Eminence jewels, and then an Anima Stone. This gives me 5 Golems. I'm using a bunch of different ones I'll go over later when I go over the gems. But this allows us to have big AoE, and big damage, and big tank. This build is low life, using a Balbala, of course getting Elixir set up. Obviously mageblood would probably be better, but I don't know what that, I mean, you just run Annihilating Light and you wouldn't go low life, you'd go CI, I think. That'd probably be the way to take this to the next level. This build is nowhere near min-maxed, I think. You could really push it with a mageblood and like 100 divines invested into like gear, you know? Like this is what, tier 1, tier 4, chaos res stats. The resistances here don't do anything. I would honestly finish this off by doing like a prefix cannot be changed reforged fizz to get fizz reduction or something. I don't know. We're also using Ravenous Passion here to get rage for spell damage. But, you know, the only thing we're really investing into that is Battle Trance here on the tree. So, yeah. It's you know, the build works very well. According to Path of Building here, we are at 250 mil, underestimating chill and shock. Because I don't know, maybe we get 50% shock on Ubers. I'd have to review the footage that I took. But, you know, it's a good build. We're also using typical Doriani's Mercenary.
Go on. Get on with it.
Perkle's Toe, Immortal Flesh, Maw of Conquest. This gives us endurance charges. This blinds, which I don't, you know, is whatever. It's a layer, I guess. But yeah, minus 200 lightning res, damage is lucky. Endurance charge is pretty fucking good, gonna be honest. We dropping a mercenary like this, you could probably set it up without. If I just set lightning resistance back to 50, you lose a lot of damage. Let me comment out lucky damage as well. It goes to 33 mil, so, you know, it's about 10x damage here. So, it's just broken. Whatever. But yeah, budget. I mean, I used a lot of hand-me-down gear from other characters, so maybe 50 to 60 divines, something like that. You could definitely just make better gear, and, you know, it'd be good. Let's go into the passive tree here. Anima Stone, sure. Pain Attunement, just getting some crit multi here. We are Spiritual Aid, so that we can get benefits from the minion damage clusters here, and we're just rolling with alterations for Primordial Bond, and then alt augment, we're all augment Regal Exalt. I didn't exalt this one, but you see what I'm saying. We're just trying to get Energy Shield, Chaos Res, better stats, you know? This Brutal Restraint is literally just to get the Trader. If you get like Alchemist Genius, Chance Stun Avoid is good. Minion damage, since we're Spiritual Aid, is okay. You know, Dex is always nice to have. Not sold on this cluster here. We're glancing blows Aegis Aurora, so that's cool. Just gives us some sustain. Some stats there. Zealot's Oath, so we get the life regen from the golems. We have that 1 point for leech over here. We actually do end up running into cost problems, even with the mana regen from the lightning golem. So we're taking this life mastery, and we are using a massive thread of hope to grab Tireless. And we're using reduced mana cost of skills mana mastery. That gets us to where we can have full Soul Eater stacks and not stop channeling, which is essential to do, you know, the most damage and keep your infusion up. And we're also just, you know, using this thread to get Retribution, Sanctity, Sanctuary gives me max res, Tireless, and Battle Trance. Like I said, we are Ravenous Passion, so Rage gives us spell damage instead of attack damage. That's 40% more spell damage while we're channeling. Armor ES Masteries here and here for that, since we are armor and energy shield based. This gives us a lot. Reduced attribute to global defenses, very good. Corrupting Blood Jewel here, nothing too crazy. We're only level 95, so I would spec into this. Obviously, if I wanted to spend, you know, 100 Divine on megalomaniacs with Primordial Bond, I could do that. I'm not really interested, though, so 3 Primordial Bond is enough, in my opinion. Because we don't have to worry about penetration, we're running Inspiration for reduced cost, and then added lightning damage awakens infused channeling, Arcane Surge. I'm not sure if we need Arcane Surge for mana regen, and I'm not sure if, because it seems like Arcane Surge uptime is less than ideal. I'm not 100% sure if it's up all the time, but 35% more spell damage, it was buffed, so it gives me cast speed as well. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm not sure. I might consider swapping this out for another gem. Don't know. A Ravenous Passion has the Reservation Corrupt. I got it for 1 Divine. It might be more expensive. Running an Enlightened 3 here with Wrath, Discipline, and Purity of Fire. We then have Determination and Vitality here. Vitality is kept at a low enough level to where we don't get to 1 life. Because we are only able to have Righteous Fire of Arcane Devotion active with Eternal Youth, and that's when we are above 1 life. Of course, getting Elixir sets us to 1 life, but as you can see, we instantly go back up because of Eternal Youth, so we're able to run Righteous Fire just fine. We have Lightning Golem, Stone Golem of Safeguarding, regular Stone Golem, Flame Golem. The AoE is really, really nice. All the Golem buffs, honestly, just make this build possible. Tempest Shield over here, since we are Glancing Blow spell block. Our boots are Ailment Avoidance. We have a Storm Shroud, so we just have a chance to avoid Shocked rolled for some resistances, and then, like, I don't even think we need that many resistances because of the flasks, but we roll for the resistances, and then we Veiled Orb, or Suffix Cannot Be Changed Veiled Orb for the movement speed. I think I just happened to hit movement speed when I was rolling this, so I got lucky. You know, might be better just to Veiled Orb it, but I liked the prefixes, so I kept them. You don't need to get this corrupted. I did. Cost me, I think, 100 chaos for the corrupt, and then I rolled corrupted catalysts to get the quality. So that's cool. My gloves, the implicits, I don't know if these are what I want. They might be, they might not be. But it's just chaos res, armor yes, and stats. And then this, all you're really looking for is energy shield, chaos res, and then maybe like flask effect duration or flask charges gained. If you can get that, that'd be really nice. This wand you make with essences. I believe you just essence for flat lightning to spells until you hit it high enough to your spell damage, and then you prefix cannot be changed, reforge caster, and I happen to hit both spell crit chance and cast speed. Those are the only two mods you can get, but you're really looking for a high enough tier cast speed. I feel like I have too much cast speed, honestly, because my Frostbrink of Wintry Blast, I don't know if you noticed in the footage, sometimes it double casts when I press it, because I have just that much cast speed with all the Soul Eater stacks and Righteous Fire. So I feel like you don't really need that. You could reforge crit for a higher tier crit multi and use a different wand for some more damage. But, you know, that's what I have. So that's what I have. Aegis, obviously, since we're armor and ES, gives me a lot. I think I'm at like, yeah, like 45k armor. So pretty tanky, honestly. I would say we're not super tanky against certain things. Like, we can tank like an Uber Shaper Slam for some reason, but we can't tank his balls after 2 hits. So, not really sure what that's about, but I would call it tanky enough and a lot of damage. So I'll just put the calcs back in for the mercenary. But like, yeah, like it's crazy. If I put 50% shock, we're at 278. Not sure how accurate that is, but we could definitely push this to like 500 million damage if we had the budget. But I'm just not really interested in shelling out for mageblood, primordial bond jewels, that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the build. If you have any questions, let me know.